Hey, you guys, listen, I have to talk about this because, I recently did some commentary about Monique Samuels. I told you guys I had something else that I have to do. I haven't worked on it yet, and it's not going to take much time. I just have had other priorities, but I'm still going to do it. But when this information was placed in front of me, I had to share it with you guys because a lot of times my instincts are right. It's like Holy Spirit is just letting me know you're on the right track. What you're feeling and what you're thinking, even if it's not what you really want it to be, it is that. And when I told you guys that I believe that Monique Samuels did cheat on her husband, apparently some things have been confirmed. And Sharrell's world, she revealed some information suggesting that, yeah, she definitely cheated on Chris when they were married. And this is the very thing that she spent years dragging other cast members over. And now that she's back on the show, the story seems to be shifting, and she's even thanking the women, saying, Giselle, I want to thank you because blah, 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 blah. And you ladies, you helped me to stay in my marriage longer because I spent so much time fighting with you. I didn't really have time to focus on him and fight with him. And it's like, are you kidding me right now? So I want to talk about that because Sharrell's World, she dropped some receipts and allegations that Monique did cheat on Chris, despite these years of denying it. And now that she's back on the show, some people are feeling like she's rewriting history and shifting the narrative to make herself the victim once again. So let's get into it, guys. Thanks for stopping by the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV.
Talk to me nice, talk to me honestly. Look in my eyes, don't let it fall on me. Say you're a good guy, make me believe it. Don't wanna hear it, I wanna see it. See how rewind, when we rewind, feels so nice.
So here's the issue, guys. When it comes to Monique, she built her entire exit from the Real Housewives of Potomac and this rebrand around being a loyal wife, stop coming after marriages, attacking marriage. Do you all remember that season when they were at one of their four homes that she was bragging about having? And how she felt like she was being unfairly judged. Giselle was hating on her. And let's be clear, multiple things can be true at the same time. And Giselle definitely was hating on her. She may have sensed a few things here and there, but I definitely do believe that Giselle is one of those jealous people. But anyway, was she protecting her family or just protecting her image? I want to share a little bit of this video from Sharrell's World. I'm doing this under the Copyright Disclaimer Act, Copyright Act of 1976. It includes a fair use provision that allows limited use of copyrighted material without permission for purposes like criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. So any content shared is under this Copyright Act, and I'm not claiming it as my own. And I will have the full video link in the description box. But let's get into this, guys. Here we go.
Having an affair with a married man. And you probably don't want Chris Samuels knowing just how many times you cheated on him. Now, let's put that in our file cabinet. I'll get back to that in a minute. So let's talk about what we know about the divorce from Chris Samuels. We know that she didn't get a lot of money. We know, according to the rumors, he gave her money. He didn't have to. He gave her money out the kindness of his heart. I believe it was like $200,000. We know that she spent most of that money furnishing and fixing up her new place. I don't know what would make you do that. Like, girl, you gonna take your last buddy and put it on a new place? No, no, no. Don't you understand what divorce means? That means no more money coming in. We also know that she actually got fired from the radio station for having an affair with Jason. And that even magnifies the fact that you're broke. I have
Ciao. And I believe this is Jason right here, over here on the left. Wow.
no more money coming in, no other source of income. So therefore, I have to make the Real Housewives of Potomac work. Okay, this is the only way I could see myself making money. So according to the rumors, she went around and made amends with all the people that she needed to make amends with that relate to that show. That's Giselle, that's Robin, that's Wendy. She made amends, right? So she thought that she had it made. Can you imagine the look on her face when she walks on the set of the Real Housewives of Potomac and there goes Cookie's ass? Now, did the producers do this on purpose? Or was it just a coincidence that they bring Cookie on the show, who happens to be Chris Samuels' best friend?
Now, I'm not playing the entire video. Like I said, I'll have the full video link in the description box. But in the beginning of this, meaning Sharrell, she's talking about the fact that this sweaty bitch here, Cookie, is Chris Samuels' best friend. And we saw in the last episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, Monique was talking about she is not friends with this woman. She doesn't trust her. She talks crap about her behind her back. Yeah. And so if she is Chris Samuel's best friend and Monique is divorced from Chris, like I said before, I definitely believe that she was the one that took that information back to Chris to, to switch up some things that Monique said about Chris. But either way, this is what she's trying to allude to. Monique, she tucked her tail in between her legs, did what she needed to do to get back on the Real Housewives of Potomac, which is pretty much kind of kissing the ring of Giselle, becoming friendly with these ladies because it's like a sorority, and disowning Carlos because I believe Andy Cohen can't stand Carlos King. And that may be one of the reasons why Monique had to come out publicly to say, oh, yeah, Carlos, he did her worse than the white people. I don't know. I am assuming. But you guys can let me know what you think.
So after I made a video talking about this video is going to be coming out her with Jason Weems and, everything that went down with her and Chris, then all of a sudden I get a barrage. It's not a joke of emails. Don't trust Cookie. Sharrell, don't listen to anything Cookie has to say. She was arrested before 26 years ago. She's bad, 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 and more bad. And my first thought was, why are you guys telling me this? I mean, it just felt really out of place. I haven't had anybody send me a detailed log of a person. She's not even a friend of the show, of a person that disappeared on the show. I don't get it. And then it starts to dawn on me. Oh, this is Monique sending me these messages. She wants to get ahead of the story. She knows that Cookie has these tapes. Cookie has a lot of damaging evidence as far as she's concerned. And not only that, she's just going around saying crazy stuff. She was like, Cookie wouldn't even know Karen if it wasn't for me. I introduced them to. And to be quite honest, I didn't really care. I wasn't even fixated on Cookie like that. And then someone else sends me a picture of Cookie and Karen saying, this is when they met. And you can tell because Karen was in the old wigs that slide off her head. I'm not joking. Somebody really said that.
Oh, Lord.
And you guys know, if you've been watching me for a long time, I am done with having housewives dictate what I say. I refuse to let it happen. It happened to me earlier in my YouTube career, and I shut it down. These housewives will have you running all over town trying to put out stories that benefit them. So I don't do it anymore. I only put out videos that pertain to the story. I ain't picking a side. I learned the hard way. Don't do that. So Monique, if this is you behind all this anti-Cookie stuff, stop. I don't care. I only do what I want to do. I work for no one. But I don't think she realizes there's a bigger picture here. She thinks Cookie has these videos and she's going to release them, and I got to get ahead of the story. I don't want to look like I'm a cheater again. But what she doesn't know is that, how did Cookie get her hands on these videos? And that is, if she released the videos, she got them from Chris Samuels. Now, that's what I'm being told, people. That is what I'm being told. And don't forget, Chris called into the show one day when they were filming, so he's really good friends with Cookie.
So if they allow Monique to come back on the show, and remember, guys, I said her first scene being back on the show, I feel like they made her touch on the Candace brawl. It wasn't even a fight, it was a beatdown. I feel like they made her talk about it because I don't believe she wanted to discuss it at all. But I feel like they were like, well, look, if you're going to come back on the show, you're going to have to talk about it and try to take some sort of accountability for it. And that's why she tried to just push it off on, oh, I can't even believe I did that because I now learned that I had childhood trauma that was unresolved, that was not touched on, that was whatever, and I took it out in that situation, and I can't believe I did that. I believe they made her talk about that, one. And two, she had to kiss the ring of Giselle and cozy up to these ladies that she really couldn't stand while she was married to Chris. And three, I believe a part of them being messy because this is what Bravo does. This is Andy. They're all messy. Yeah, they're going to have this woman on the show that knows some of Monique's secrets and that is also closely connected with her ex-husband. Why wouldn't they? Why would they have her just come back on the show as a cakewalk to be a friend of, to get a check, where normally friends of on these shows don't really get a whole lot of involvement in their personal lives exposed? But for her, I believe they're going to do that with her because they know that there's a lot of there for them to be able to capitalize on. It just goes with the territory of being on these housewife shows. So I believe, yeah, that is one of the reasons why they have this chick on this show. Not because she supposedly is Karen's friend and Karen was locked up while the majority of the season was filmed. It's also because Monique is back on the show and she knows some things and they're going to get into some things. That's my thought. You let me know what you think.
Girl, he knew all along that you were cheating on him, and he just took the high road. And now here you are on the show explaining Chris' personality to be that of a monster. He didn't take me out. You know, I fell out of love with him. He didn't appreciate me. He did this wrong, this wrong, this wrong. And then you conveniently leave out, well, the rumors I've been cheating on him since day one. And maybe Chris's mother, who couldn't stand me, knew what she was talking about.
Ciao. And when I tell you I got something to share. I got to get this stuff done. But let's continue.
And my question is, did Bravo know about this all along? They brought Cookie on the show to set you up, or did they believe all the things that you were saying and now they are just as shocked as everyone else? Or does Bravo eventually planning on bringing Cookie on full time and she's going to be the new Ashley, but with receipts? And an even bigger question, is Monique the person behind going around telling everybody that Cookie's such a bad person? So when it does come out, we say, I don't know what you thought we were going to say, like, we don't believe you cheated on Chris because this came from Cookie. It had to be somebody's going around, and they're really planting major seeds about Cookie because they hit me up so many times. I've lost count. Cookie was arrested 27 years ago. Don't listen to her. They were in my comment section. Cookie was arrested 27 years ago. Don't listen to her. And I really do feel like it's not my job to look into Cookie's past because she was arrested 27 years ago. She's not even a major player on the show yet. She may be, I don't know, but right now she's just somebody that came in and had dinner with the crew. And while that was going on, this tape was released of her actually being lovey-dovey with a married man. So that means that all the things that they said about you being fired from the radio station, I'm just going to assume it has to be true. Also, does that mean you don't want me to believe the video because it came from Cookie? I mean, this is just a mess. Here's the video. I'm sure you guys saw it yesterday.
Girl, like, who is married to another man and they have another man all up on them like that? Like, seriously.
I'm sure by now Jason Weem's wife has seen this video, and I wonder what she's thinking about it. Oh my gosh, that screams affair. You guys expect me not to believe that because Cookie was arrested 27 years ago? No. No damn married man should be licking your damn neck like that. Anyway, let me know down in the comment section. Do you believe Monique is a homewrecker? And was she the one sending me Cookie hate mail? Until next time, bye for now.
Look, that is not some playful, we're just friends. That is lover behavior, okay? getting it in, getting the skins, knocking boots, whatever else they say these days. That to me is pretty much all I needed to see to confirm my suspicions that she definitely was cheating on that man. Listen, and I'm not here to demonize her, but we got to be honest. Every time she is talking about things when it comes to the previous marriage, her previously being on the show, what she was going, through at the time, or the actions that she took, she is pointing the blame on other things versus just being honest about what really was going on. She was not in a happy relationship. She was in it for the benefits, okay? She did what she needed to do to get by for the years to stay in it to get to that year 10. And then she pulled the trigger, proverbially, filed for divorce. And the prenup did not really benefit her in the way that some people would have assumed that it would have, because she would have been pretty much, still in a good space financially if she stayed with him, because I believe that he wanted to be in that marriage. He obviously loved her. And like you heard Sharrell say, he just gave her like $200,000 that he didn't even have to give her, that was not in the prenup. And meanwhile, Chris, for the most part, publicly has stayed quiet, taking care of his health, slimming down, trying to move on. And her coming back on the Real Housewives of Potomac, it's not for closure, it's for a check. And she needs this platform and this attention. So again, this is not about me hating Monique. It's just about calling out the hypocrisy and how these shows will reveal people's character or lack thereof. And if you cheated, just say that. I mean, the marriage is over, but don't build a brand on judging others while hiding your own truth. Because I'm not a fan of the cookie chick, but I could care less if she was arrested 26 years ago. Martin Luther King Jr. was arrested. Malcolm X was arrested. I mean, someone being arrested just on the strength of being arrested alone, it doesn't reveal the character of the individual. And it also doesn't mean that they can't say things that are true. And if she has receipts on Monique to drop, by all means. And I believe Cookie was the one that went back to Chris to, to share the things that Monique was saying. I don't believe Stacey had anything to do with it. But either way, seeing this right here, and how he was all up on her in the car driving, and he's laid back, and no, never. But yeah, I wanted to just share that with you guys, because when I saw it, I was like, this confirms it for me. Still allegations at this point, but either way, to me, it looks like they were getting it in. And it also contributed to her being fired from the radio show that she was on, allegedly, and needing to get a check, because the well had run dry when it came to Chris Samuels. Yeah, she was the one that decided she didn't want to be in a marriage anymore. She didn't, whatever. But either way, let's just talk about it, because I was like, wow, that has confirmed it for me. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for being here, liking, and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and I'm going to say bye.